warrant on a case of leaving the scene of an accident. You're being held on a felony matter. I'm going to release you on this misdemeanor with a court date of June 27th at 8:30. That'll be at Pima County Justice Court. You're excused.
Thank you.
Hello.
Good evening. What's your name?
Martin Castillo Tondique.
Oh, okay. That's- Spell your last name.
Castillo. Así. Martin Marten. Martin Castillo.
Number 2.
For Everton in 359. I'm 63 years old.
Okay, I get
I've been here on okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're
You're charged with aggravated assault on a corrections officer.
That's not true.
The state recommending a $1,500 bond with pretrial services supervision. And it looks like, I think there's a Tucson City Court hold. No, there's someone else. Never mind. Let's get the to Steve. This is the one. Okay. Don't initiate any contact with the alleged victim. And the state's recommendation in this case is 1,500 with pretrial services supervision.
Actually, I got a question.
Okay, you need to let the attorney talk, seated next to you. Okay.
I can find my own lawyer. I know what you with my.
Judge, I'd be asking for some sort of bond, given he's already in custody on the 10,000 on a different case. We'd like him to get time credit.
All right. Okay. $1,500, June 27th, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Nicole Valenzuela.
You're charged with aggravated assault on a peace officer, non-serious injury. State's recommending $5,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. I'm going to order that you have not initiate contact with the alleged victim. And don't return to the incident location. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Judge, we'd be asking for a lower bond of 2,500. She's already being held on a 1,000, 2,500, and $2,500 bond. So we'd be asking for another 2,500 as she hasn't been able to pay those bonds.
All right. We'll hear from the state.
Yes, Your Honor. If I could go to that rec. Give me just one moment, I apologize. Yes, Your Honor. The state is recommending the $5,000 bond plus the pretrial services due to the fact that the defendant has picked up 3 criminal cases, 2 of which are felonies within the past month, and they're all relatively within a short amount of time. So for that reason, the state would ask for a $5,000 bond.
All right, thank you. $5,000 plus pretrial services supervision. June 27th, 1:30, public defender appointed.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Donovan Fonoti.
Okay, you've got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Superior Court listing 2 charges: aggravated assault, deadly weapon, dangerous instrument, 2 of them. Listed on the warrant is bond request of $15,000, which is what the county attorney is recommending, along with pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. Let's hear from the defense.
Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond or release to pretrial. It looks like he's already on felony probation. He's just in custody serving a jail sentence, and he's set to be released in 3 days. He will be then on felony probation, it looks like, for 3 years. This is an older offense from December. He was never previously arrested. He is a verified lifelong resident with housing and support with his mother. He's going to be on probation, so there's that extra level of supervision. So if he doesn't attend court or mess up, that's going to be then a new violation of his probation. So he's in a good spot to show up to court and not reoffend. So we're asking you release him to pretrial or give a $5,000 bond.
All right, we'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, at the time of this offense, the defendant was already on probation, and he allegedly, of course, was carrying a gun, of course, but fleeing from officers and tried to then take a firearm from law enforcement. So the state is asking for the $15,000 bond plus the recommendation to pretrial services.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I'm seeing these were committed on the same day as the case he's now on probation for, so I don't have any indication he was on probation when he committed this offense.
Your Honor, that may be correct. State's apology.
All right. Two. Schedule. $7,500 provision posted June 24th, 1:30. Public defender appointed. You're excused.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
James Hurst.
You're here to charged with armed robbery. We're going to order that you not have any contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. No firearms or other weapons. Looks like you have a felony hold, and the state is recommending a $100,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. We'll hear from the defense.
Okay, Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond. It looks like he has verified housing, employment, and support with his mother. He does have priors, but his last one is from 2019. He's only 23 years old, so we'd be asking for a much lower bond than the 100,000 given his financial situation and his age.
We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, the victim in this particular case was assisting the defendant at a gas station and was then robbed at gunpoint. Due to the dangerousness and taking advantage of the victim's vulnerability, the state would ask for the $100,000 bond plus pretrial services. If the defendant is convicted, he's facing mandatory prison time, and he lacks significant community ties and has prior felony convictions.
All right, thank you. 100,000 for child services supervision and posted. June 27th, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused.
Oh, okay, so what's going on? So tomorrow. Oh, what? Oh,
And I emailed the.
Hello, what's your name?
Cody Joseph Morgan.
You were charged, sir, with unlawful use of means of transportation. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. No alcohol or drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. State's asking for a $2,500 bond. You do have a Department of Corrections hold. Is there any objection to the 2,500?
No.
I was asking her.
Yeah, no objection, Judge, given the DOC hold and the $150,000 bond that's already been imposed.
All right. June 27th, 1:30, public defender appointed, 2,500. You're excused.
Hello. You said.
You know what this is all about?
Hello, sir. What's your name?
Frederick Nichols, sir.
Nichols, you're charged with 2 counts of domestic violence aggravated harassment. I'm going to order that you have no contact of any kind with Sarah Nichols. Stay away from her home and workplace, and don't commit any acts of domestic violence. The state's recommendation is $10,000 bond. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Judge, we're asking for a lower bond, just given the fact that he already has a DOC hold and he does have a $12,000 bond that was imposed back in in March, that was not able to be paid at this point. So given all those factors, we are asking for a lower bond.
Nichols. Oh yeah, he does have a DLC. We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, at the time that I made that recommendation, I forgot that the defendant had a DOC hold. However, it should be noted that the victim in this case has reported that she has safety concerns. In addition to that, the defendant is in custody pending domestic violence charges against the same victim in 2 court cases and an active order of protection.
$5,000 bond with the other conditions. June 27th, 1:30. Contract attorney Trevor Hill is appointed. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Brian Keith Black.
Okay, sir, you've got 3 arrest warrants out of Pima County Justice Court, 1 for trespassing, 1 for activating pedestrian signal, and the other for another trespassing. And the bonds listed on this total, on these warrants total $1,250. I'm gonna reduce it to $200 apiece for $600. You're gonna be seen tomorrow on video, represented by attorney Peter Gutierrez. You're excused.
Alrighty. Alright. I know, the names. Down there. Yep. No.
Hello, what is your name?
My name's Emily Katzen Brown.
Okay, one moment. You got an arrest warrant on a shoplifting charge out of Pima County Justice Court, 2499 is listed. You're gonna be represented by attorney Gary Grinkovich, and you're gonna be seen on this matter tomorrow at 9:30. You're excused.
Good, go ahead, man. Go out the door, downstairs, and we'll sit with the fields. Perfect.
Hello, what's your name?
Alfred Kosechku Ebanoa.
Spell your last name.
Ebunoha.
Okay, thank you. You're charged with domestic violence, criminal damage, and, well, no, yeah, domestic violence, criminal damage, and domestic violence, disorderly conduct, in order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. I am going to release you from custody on this matter with a court date of July 16th, 10 o'clock a.m., and that'll be at Marana City Court. You're excused.
Thank you. Where'd I go?
Go back down, we'll see. Patterson. Huh?
Lamb.
Lane. It's just, it's something like that. And then it's those.
Hello, what is your name? What is your name?
Hello, I'm Chuckling Adam.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what we've got here.
I believe I was like forcefully identified.
Okay, sir, just a moment. I got a lot to go through here. TR scan. Okay, you've got numerous cases at Tucson City Court. Shoplifting case from May of last year. Warrant.
I have no problem taking care of those.
Let me finish, sir. Okay? Trespassing, drug paraphernalia, and obstruction from March of last year. Arrest warrant on that. These are for failures to appear. Shoplifting, drug paraphernalia, disorderly conduct from May of last year. Trespassing and failure to appear. This is from July of last year. Trespassing from September of last year. Criminal damage from August of last year. Criminal damage from February of last year, of this year rather. Criminal damage from August of last year. Trespassing, failure to appear. This is from May of last year. Occupying or remaining on a traffic median. This is from June 12th of this year. And another occupying medians, obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare, drug paraphernalia, resisting arrest. This is from today. And you are on probation for possession of drug paraphernalia. There's a petition to revoke your probation alleging failure to show proof of substance abuse treatment. Will enter denial of of that allegation. Okay. We will order don't possess or consume any alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs. Don't go back to any of the incident locations or have any contact with any of the alleged victims. You're going to set a bond in the amount of $750. The city public defender is appointed on all of these cases. And
Because I require like medication and stuff. I don't believe I could be healthier, you know?
you don't need to argue your case to me. You're gonna have a lawyer representing you, so you can tell him or her about it. And we're gonna give you a court date of number 7, June 27th, 1:45 video review. If you,
There's no possible way I can make it 10 days in this facility, sir. I mean, I'm not medically prepared for that. Again, I was forcibly identified and assaulted.
as I said, you're gonna have a lawyer who will be out to see you, so you can tell your lawyer about that, sir. I have no way of knowing whether you're telling me the truth or not. Okay, you're excused. Oh, wait a minute. We need to see him back because he's got another case in another court.
And I believe
Okay, you've got Pima County Justice Court warrant as well. Shoplifting and $100 bond on that. You're gonna be seen tomorrow at 1:00. Christian Salter will be representing you. Now you're excused. This is JP. Okay. City style. County style. Hello, what's your name?
Stacy Martin Land,
Okay. Man,
LAND.
got it. Thank you. You're charged with domestic violence assault with injury. We're going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. You're going to be released from custody. Court date June 27th, 10:30 a.m. Pima County Justice Court. You're excused.
Wow. Go downstairs. That's all. 17.
One more?
Yeah. Sit down.
Are you one more? Alfred?
My purple.
Please, which one? Stacy, that was not Stacy. It was the first one. And the first one.
Alfred. 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 You've already seen the service. Onions. Big head up.
Hello, what's your name?
so the Nunez.
Nunez. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. Oh. Thank you. Okay, you've got an arrest warrant for Green Valley Justice Court on a domestic violence disorderly conduct case along with drug paraphernalia. $500 bond is listed. Don Illis is appointed to represent you. You're going to be seen on this matter on Thursday, June 19th at 8:30. Okay. You've also got some Tucson City Court matters. A warrant on a drug paraphernalia case from September of 2022. A warrant on a trespassing and drug paraphernalia case from 2023. And trespassing from January of this year. Not guilty, please. Don't have contact with any of the alleged victims. Don't go back to any of the incident locations. And no alcohol or illegal drugs.
Okay.
And, we're going to release you with a court date of August 8th, 9 o'clock at Tucson City Court. The city representing you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Perfect, Mark. Thank you.
City.
Alberto. You took one.
Same. We're downstairs instead of the notes. We're downstairs instead of the notes.
Hello, what's your name?
Alberto Polanco.
All right, thank you. All right, sir. This case is from 2021, Christmas Day 2021, domestic violence interfering with judicial proceedings. You failed to appear, got an arrest warrant, $300 bond. You'll be seen tomorrow on video. Christian Salter will be representing you, and this is at Pima County Justice Court. You're excused.
That's okay. What's your name, sir?
Hello, what's your name? Hello, your name? I think he's muted.
Say it again.
Ronnie, Medina.
Again. Okay. You've got several cases in Tucson City Court. All of these are in warrant status. Park after hours, drug paraphernalia, disorderly conduct, criminal damage, criminal trespass, criminal damage, failure to appear. The new case we're going to arraign you on, that's possession of drug paraphernalia, trespassing, prescription only drug violation, and false reporting. Not guilty on all of those. We are reappointing the city public defender to represent you. Bond is set in the amount of 500, and we will set a video review June 27th, 1:45. If you bond out, July 28th, 9:30. Okay, you're excused.
Adina. You done?
Where's my button?
You didn't, you were thinking. So, good man.
Hello, what's your name?
Fernanda Jennifer Mendoza.
Thank you. You've got some cases in Tucson City Court. Today you were cited for domestic violence assault with injury, domestic violence criminal damage, 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, and another domestic violence disorderly. I wonder if these are duplicates. No, they're half hour apart. And then December of last year, we cited for possession of drug paraphernalia. You've got felony hold. I'm going to order that you not commit acts of domestic violence. Don't have contact of any kind with Guadalupe Mendoza or Rogelio Mendez, and do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. $500 bond. City public defender appointed. Video review June 25th, 1:45. If you bond out, it'll still be the same date and time.
I was wondering, it's because I have to go to work and I have to help my mom pay the mortgage. Could you let me out today?
No, ma'am.
Please.
No, ma'am. You're excused.
I'm back in the car. Thank you. Can I just take that?
Hello, what is your name?
Say it again.
My name is Joe Falapapalang.
I'm sorry, say again.
Joe Falapapalangi.
Got it, thank you.
You him last now. Okay, that's fine. This is this one.
I don't have his file. 19. I had 20. I got 21. I got 22, 23. I don't have 17. You've got an arrest warrant out of Pima County Justice Court on an aggravated assault case. We're going to order that you not have contact with the alleged victim. 2,500 is listed on this warrant. That's what the state's asking for. We'll hear from defense counsel.
Can I say something?
No, let her talk. The lady next to you.
Just a second, Judge.
Sure.
Judge, we'd ask you consider releasing him to pretrial. This is a case from early February of last year, so over a year old. He was never previously arrested on this. It looks like he hasn't gotten into any trouble since this incident. So we'd be asking you release him to pretrial services given all those factors.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, the defendant failed to appear at his initial appearance for the Superior Court. While the state does understand that that he has never been arrested on these charges before, he still had the initial failure to appear. So the state would ask for the $2,500 bond plus the recommendation of pretrial services.
Okay, I'm going to release you on the supervision of pretrial services. Stay in good contact with them. Your next court date is June 24th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed.
Judge, is that his arraignment on June 24th?
I presume so. It's the date I'm given, June 24th at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
What are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, what is your name?
My name is Joseph Leary.
Hey, Leary. Mr. Leary, you are charged with possession of a narcotic drug for sale, possession of a narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Will order no alcohol or illegal drugs. Stay away from the incident location. County attorney's asking me to hold you on a $50,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. And we will hear from the
Judge, we'd be asking for a much lower bond, if not release. It looks like he has priors, but his last one is from 2017. None of them are violent. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. He's only scoring a 3 on both of the scales. This is considered a non-violent offense. So for those reasons, we're asking you to consider release or a much lower bond.
All right, thank you. We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, the defendant has prior felony convictions. In addition to that, he was found with 102 grams of blue M30 counterfeit fentanyl pills, 8.946 grams of meth, and
All right, thank you. All right, bond is set in the amount of 20,000. No alcohol or drugs. Stay away from the incident location. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. Legal defender appointed June 20th, 1:30. No, I'm sorry, June 27th at 1:30. And that's it. You're excused.
Leiva.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Carlos Leiva.
Leva, you're charged with possession of narcotics. Let's see. And this is the same thing. You've got one case. So these are 2 copies of, oh, it's 2 interims, but 1 complaint. Okay. 2 counts of possession of narcotics. States recommending pretrial services release and steps. So let's find our steps. Scripts. I'm going to read a statement to you, followed up by a question, sir. Please answer yes or no. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes.
Okay. No alcohol or drugs. Stay away from the incident location. STEPS program, that date is June 24th at 9 a.m. And release to pretrial services, cooperate with them. Does the defense waive time for the
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Preliminary hearing is going to be August 1st at 1:30. public defender appointed. You've also got some misdemeanor cases in one misdemeanor case in Tucson City Court. Back in February of this year, you were charged with assault, domestic violence assault. And you failed to appear on April 7th at Tucson City Court. Why'd you fail to appear?
I didn't see the court date. So I wasn't, I was working, so I didn't know what when my court date was. So when I finally seen it, the court date, I went and it was, a later date, and I went too late to it when I finally went to the court.
Okay.
But I didn't know how about to, reschedule the appointment. I mean, the court date.
Hang on to your paperwork if you have a means of noting important dates on your phone or watch or the calendar on your wall, whatever, do it. I am going to release you. Your next court date will be July 21st, 9 o'clock, Tucson City Court.
Yeah.
Okay, you're excused.
Send.
So,
Hello, what is your name?
Shannon Rivas.
You're charged with possession of narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. I have a statement here I'm going to read to you, followed up by a question. Please answer yes or no. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll order no alcohol or drugs. Don't go back to the incident location. Steps hearing is June 24th at 9. Defense waive time for prelim.
Yes, Judge.
That'll be August 1st at 1:30. Public defender is appointed. And you are excused.
Thank you.
Sure. Just one moment. And I'm sorry, the name again is Leva. Okay. Carlos Leva. Yeah, it's pretrial services.
Luis.
Oh,
Hello, what's your name?
Luis Enrique Diaz.
Charged with theft at means of transportation. Don't have contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons. State's recommending a $5,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, we're asking you to release him to pretrial. This is an incident from September of 2023. He has verified housing and support with his dad. He does have priors, but his last one is from 2022. It looks like he completed his sentence in January of 2024. He's been out of trouble since then, with no violent priors. This is a non-violent offense. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. He's at 2 on the FTA scale, 3 on the NCAA scale. He's a perfect candidate for pretrial services, and we're asking you to release him.
Let's hear from the state.
Your Honor, the defendant has prior felony convictions. In addition to that, I thought I saw that. Sorry, yes, the defendant stated he has lived in Tucson for 2 years and is currently homeless, was what was in the pretrial services report. So we would, so he is a flight risk. The state would ask for the $5,000 bond in addition to the pretrial services release. Services, sorry.
And Judge, it looks like his father was contacted and verified that he lives with him. So I don't know what the confusion is, but he does have verified housing.
Are you looking at this? Are you all looking at the same? What's the last name again?
Urias, Urias.
Okay.
To be fair, Your Honor, it lists both things.
I'm sorry?
In the first statement, it says that the defendant stated he lived in Tucson for 2 years and is currently homeless. In the second paragraph, however, it does state what defense has noted. So
Which is it?
I'm not sure, Your Honor.
Judge, I don't know what the confusion is. It sounds like I see what the state's talking about, but he does live with his father. He doesn't remember saying he was homeless, so his father already verified it. So that's where he's living.
Bond is set in the amount of $2,500. June 27th, 1:30. Public defender appointed. Court date June 27th at 1:30. You're excused.
So this is it.
Vasquez.
No.
Hello, what's your name?
Brandon Vasquez.
You're charged with armed robbery and aggravated assault. Will order no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. And no firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs. The state is requesting a $75,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if released. We'll hear from the defense.
Just a minute, Judge. Thank you, Judge. We'd be asking for a much lower bond. It looks like according to the interim complaint, Mr. Vasquez is actually the one who flagged down police. So sounds like he's the one who initiated contact. There's obviously some dispute about, but I think that's important to note. He also has verified housing, employment, and support with his wife. He has one prior from 2019, which is nonviolent and was designated a misdemeanor, so he has no prior felonies. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag, and he's only a 2 on both the scales. So we're asking for a much lower bond given all those factors, maybe something around 10,000.
There's the state.
Your Honor, the defendant is a risk to the community due to the use of a deadly weapon during the course of this crime. He pointed a gun at the victim, and then after leaving the incident location, he returned, pointed it at her again, and chambered around. So the state is asking for $75,000 plus the pretrial services as a recommendation as well, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. $75,000, June 27th, 1:30, public defender report. You're excused.
Yanis.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello, what's your name?
Ramon Parrayanes.
Okay. You've got an arrest warrant out of Maricopa County Superior Court on a charge of larceny and listing a $50 bond. No contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. Bond is set in the amount of $50. Review date, July 17th at 9 o'clock. You're excused.
Yeah.
Judge, I don't know about you. I only have half an interim complaint on this next one. Young.
You have half an interim complaint.
I have the first page and it says continues and then it stops. So I don't have the other half, which would allege.
I have it's on both sides.
I didn't get the second side.
You did not get the.
Neither did I, Your Honor. Don't
Okay.
have it.
Okay, we're gonna send it to you.
Do we want to reset it?
No. We'll upload it to the what? Oh, to the OneDrive. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, are you gonna be asking me to omit the reading of the charge?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Young. States. The state's recommending a $100,000 bond with pretrial services supervision.
Okay, Judge, I'm ready. So we'd be asking for a much lower bond. This is an incident from 2019. He has verified housing, employment, and support with his mother. His last prior looks like it's from 2013 and it's not in Arizona. Scoring a 2 on the FTA scale. So for those reasons, we're asking for a much lower bond than the 100,000.
We'll hear from the county attorney.
Well, while it may be true that the incident was quite some time ago, Your Honor, the state would also like to note that the victim has waited this long. In addition to that, we would ask for that bond due to the injuries that she suffered.
Thank you. 100,000. No contact with the victim. Stay away from her home and workplace. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No firearms or other weapons. June 27th, 1:30. Public defender appointed. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. You're excused.
And Your Honor, it looks like those are all of the cases that the state would be making an appearance on. May I be excused?
You may. All of you are excused.
Good
Thank you,
night,
Your Honor.
Judge.